So where I live now in Marin, every other Wednesday, the mowing and landscaping crew comes every other Wednesday, and they're here right now doing all their mowing, and it just reminds me of like my last year in high school, first couple 3 years of undergrad. In the summers, I worked for a couple of landscape companies, and one of them, I ran a mowing crew, and 3 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all we did was drive around Columbus and mow BP gas stations, which, was great because it's like, we had constant access to snacks and Hostess products and absolutely amazing. And then every Wednesday and Thursday, uh, we did residential mowing and pruning and planting flowers and stuff at very, very, very expensive single family homes in Bexley, Ohio, which is a weird kind of suburb of Columbus, but it's inside Columbus. It's not outside of Columbus. And and that was back. So this was, I don't know, 1988, 1990, uh, late 80s. We and there's like, all kinds of litigation about this now, but we had these big backpack sprayer things that we would fill with Roundup and just put it on our back and pump it. We're walking around, with like 5 gallons of freaking Roundup on our back, spraying weeds and shit. And I just remember, one Friday, we're at, some $1 million home. And, back in the late 80s, if you were in Columbus, Ohio, and your house cost $1 million, I mean, that was like one of the most expensive homes in the entire Columbus area. And we were at this guy's house, and it was this fabulously modern kind of house, and he had a lap pool, and it was all, hedged in, and he had a gate with a remote control, and that was kind of a big deal back then. Uh, and we're there one Friday doing our thing, and I was training a couple of new guys. We go back a week later, and across his front lawn, in like a diagonal pattern, is a perfect set of footprints of dead grass. Because somehow one of these geniuses, when he was mixing up his 5 gallon backpack of Roundup, had somehow managed to saturate the bottom of both of his shoes with Roundup, and then walked diagonally across this guy's lawn, which we saw the following week when we showed up. And the homeowner, super nice guy, he came out to talk to me, and he wasn't angry. He was angry. He was irritated. But, and I'd known him for, a couple summers. And he was like, it seems like something went awry last week. So it's like, I had to call my boss, and he had come out and take a look at it. And then it's like, and we had to like carve those out and replace them with sod. And then, the sod that we used wasn't the exact strain of whatever kind of grass that was there. And so it's like you could still see the footprints because it was a slightly different shade of green. But yeah, we had a lot of fun on that mowing crew. Anyway, This is the ADHD in full force right now. I see a guy with a lawnmower, and then a 5-minute TikTok comes into my head out of nowhere. So, have a great Wednesday.